I'm going to share this video of this late 1950s Pepsi 6-case vertical that I just finished up. That's made by Vendolator. Got this machine about a year and a half ago. I bought it from a guy in Seattle that I know, and he had picked this up as a project, and it sat in storage for quite some time. The machine was in pieces, and it had incurred some damage over the years and was just sitting pretty much just all apart. And so I picked this up, and immediately I got an urge to restore it just because of the rarity of the machine. I don't like to use the word rare very often, but this machine here there's very little in circulation due to the nature that the machine is not coin operated. They made another machine that's the exact same size that would have been coin operated, which is the Pepsi 110. This is a 6-case vertical, so there is no coin op. That's the way it was made from the manufacturer. It's got an opener on the front, and you would have paid the cashier or had an account with somebody or the honor system to receive the product. But you can see there's no way to take coins. So you would have got this machine somewhere on location and hoped that people would have paid you for the product. If not, then you were out of pop. But anyways, so yeah, I had this sandblasted down to bare metal, and immediately had found many problems with the machine. There was a lot of dry rot in the wood. There was damage to the compressor. There was damage to the metal at the bottom of the door. There was wood damage where it had dry rotted. There was busted off T-nuts that held the wood pieces in place and everything to work adequately. So I had to sort through all those problems individually. So that required special fabrication to the door with the metal and welding, and also had to replace some of the wood pieces that were damaged that required some special routing materials and some other resources that just I didn't have available to me. So I kind of had to outsource that stuff and get all that repaired. So got it all sandblasted. I powder coated every piece that I could think of that would go back in the cabinet. So the liners been powder coated, all the shelves, all the bottle guides, the door liner was powder coated. Anything that could be powder coated that didn't require a tolerance of 0 was, in this case, this machine doesn't really have any tolerance issues because you don't have anything that's moving inside the machine that would be moving back and forth like a bottle stack or a linkage arm or something that requires the machine to work mechanically. So this one here was pretty forgiving. But anyways, had everything sandblasted, powder coated. It went right away to the body shop and got into epoxy primer, and then they started to do the body work on it. And that took quite a bit of time just due to some other obligations that the shop had and COVID and some other things that popped up. So this kind of sat over there for about 9 months, and then I moved and had to renovate a basement, so I had to come back to this after I moved. So this is about a 250-hour project from start to finish. It was a very big project. All the machine was done with base coat, clear coat paint, and the lettering was done by hand. All the decals are made by a custom sign shop and made to the right size of the originals. It's got all new glass, all new wiring, all new lighting, all new gaskets. All the parts are from Funtronics for the most part. If they didn't have it, I had to get it somewhere else, but mainly from Funtronics. They supply 99% of my machine parts, just because of availability and just the quality care that they take with their products. So it's really a no fuss operation. It's like Amazon. You just order and it shows up. So got everything working right. All the door pieces were polished by Don Reedy at Brass and Copper Shop. Don does all my polishing. He's the best. So I had Don polish up everything up that he could. So he got the latch, and then this is the main cabinet with the door open, and so you can see that you have all 10 shelves, and they come with a bottle guide that pushes the next bottle and the next bottle and the next bottle. So you've got all the shelves and all the bottles that would go in here, and then I've got the original compressor inside that was serviced and repainted. And then I polished all the copper and replaced the condenser motor and the evaporator motors and all the lighting and all the wiring. And here's the door liner on this side. Had everything powder coated, new insulation, and then a new door light. I put in new ballast, which makes it nice because it works perfectly every time. And then all new fasteners, all new lights. It's got the proper loading instruction decals for the machine. All new screws, all new wood that need to be replaced. And then everything's got brand new gaskets from Funtronics, all new breaker strips. Anything that needed to get replaced got replaced. There's nothing left over on this machine that did not get replaced. The only thing that's been reused is a couple pieces of wood and the locking mechanism, but for the most part, all of it was replaced. It's got all new decals, stickers. It's just a 100% job. So really not anything. I mean, it is the original compressor, I guess, in all honesty. I have all mine serviced, and if they're determined by a technician that they can't be serviced, then they get discarded and thrown away. If they can be serviced, then they can, a leak can be repaired and all the compressor checks out okay, then I'll use them in my machines or whatever the customer wants. So if he wants to buy a new one, he can buy a new one. If he wants to use the old one, there is no warranty on the system. I don't warranty 70-year-old compressors. That's the choice of the customer to determine if they want to have the old one in there, if they want to buy a new one. It's up to them. So yeah, so it's all done. Real happy with the way it turned out. We're just waiting for the serial ticket to come back from engraving. We'll put that on there. This is number 100, I think, of the fleet. So some other tags have kind of showed a couple hundred in series, and so you can only speculate. We don't have a catalog of how many were made. There's always talk about, oh, there's this many made or that many made. I've never seen any literature that determines how many were made of a machine, but it's usually purely speculation by the enthusiasts that collect machines. So, yeah, if you have any questions, you can comment, or if you have one, or you want a question about a piece or a part and you want to know where to get it, just comment in the below, and I'll see if I can help you find what you're looking for. All right, happy hunting.